Well, welcome back once again. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long here. Let me get my mic adjusted a little bit. Been having audio problems, technical difficulties here. Hopefully we got that mastered. So see if I can get a little bit more of an adjustment on my microphone. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. My name is Red Baron. Thank you very much for joining me on the show here. First official show of the year. Been a little bit slow about getting things out. Just been a lot of things getting in the works here. Been doing a lot of stuff onboarding people into the DAO, and we'll be talking about that, of course, obviously in the show, and a few other things where we're going to go ahead and take a look at what's left of the market here. So give me just a second here. Same as always, I'm going to have a little bit of radio silence while we wait for the usual suspects to show up, and I'll be with you here in 2 and 2. Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Again, my name is Red Baron. If you guys are new to this show, thank you very much for joining us. We'd like you to like and subscribe to us. And, of course, obviously join us at our free Discord, which you can find at the short link, theunfairadvantage.chat. That's the unfair advantage, www.theunfairadvantage.chat, link in the description box below. And we'll be using some special charts here, what we call the unfair advantage charts, and we lovingly refer to them as the magic chicken bones. We haven't really been using that expression very much lately, so I kind of want to bring that back. It's an old school term that we used to give the charts as the magic chicken bones, and so we haven't really used that term an awful lot publicly, so a lot of people don't really know what that is. It's just an old joke that started way back with my core 40 people, so it's an oldie but it's a goodie, and it still applies today. So we'll be bringing that back here in 2022 because it's kind of a fun little inside joke that we've had for a long time. So how's my mic doing, guys? I was having just all sorts of mic problems last time, so hopefully I'm not hopefully not blowing out the mic here. Hopefully I'm loud enough everybody can hear me just fine. I'm just hitting clip levels here, so hopefully I've got my XLR mic running instead of my headset, so hopefully I'm doing much better. Not a good start to the year, that last one. I went back and listened to that audio. I apologize, that sucks. For a guy that specializes in audio engineering, that was absolutely abysmal. So so if the mic is cutting, it's probably likely to slow buffer speed or something like that. So it can't be on my side. I've got, hang on. All right, how's that? There's something really interesting going on with this software here. Hang on just a second. I'm going to make a small adjustment here. So how's that? Just a little better? Yeah, I think it has something to do with every time I adjust my mic. Am I too loud? Am I blasting out because I'm going red when I'm talking right now? Is it too loud? Because if it's too loud, I'll just go ahead and make an adjustment. I don't want to spend too much time jacking with this, so. All right, we'll just assume that's good until further notice. All right, so thank you very much for joining us, guys. And again, as I was going to say here before I interrupted myself, if you'd like to join us and subscribe to the unfairadvantage.chat, do so. That's free. We'd love to have you be a part of what we're doing. That's our free community, crypto community, and we do have subscription levels. And, of course, obviously, if you'd like to subscribe to the AI-powered charts that we use, featuring artificial intelligence named ISIS and another one called Anubis, which we use to predict crypto pricing, you can do that at fibicharts.com. You can simply see that right here, and you're looking at Platinum Pro which is our upper level subscription service. And so we'll go ahead and, without further ado, go ahead and get into the chart. So sorry guys, I haven't been doing an awful lot of TA. There just isn't anything to talk about, you know. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you know, if you ain't got nothing to say, you just ain't got nothing to say. And so it really sucks. I want to make one more little auto adjustment here. Hang on just a second. How's that? Just a little bit better? I don't want to blast this mic out too much. I see, every time I talk, I see the mic going red on me here, so I think that should do it. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. So, you know, the thing about this market is like, I told you guys this was coming. I picked that as the title. I told you this was coming. Some of you guys that haven't been a part of the show before, that are not familiar with how I do things and kind of the magic that is the magic chicken bones, we have been calling for this downturn, this crash, this hard correction for a very long time, and it always constantly amuses me. I'm watching some of the other guys, the so-called talking heads and experts, that have been like, oh, we're going to go to 100,000, we're going to go, it's going, it's any minute. No, maybe not, no, we're definitely not going to go. And I'm amused the whole entire time. I've been telling you guys, it's coming, guys. It's coming. It has to. And so here we are, and then we're right on the doorstep of exactly what was expected 6 months ago. This was called. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few things here. Start with Bitcoin. So I'm looking at the one-day chart here. So way back here in June, I was showing you guys an uptrend. I showed you some of the expected moves. We stuck inside of this when we broke out of here around about the 8th of December. I said, you know, when this starts to go down, we're going to see a downturn. But around about back in November, I was calling for targets of down here in 29. Have been calling for 29,000 a lot longer than November. People laughed and thought it was pretty hilarious. They say, oh, no, you just don't understand. It's going to 100,000. It's like, it is not going to 100,000. And now it's so funny to see the look of despair from people that were so sure it was going to 100,000. It's like, it's not going to go to 100,000. So just to kind of get cut to the chase a little bit, you know, so when is it going to go to 100,000? Where I'm going to have that discussion right now. It's going to 29, may even go lower. Brace yourself, kids, because, you know, it put on your safety belts, because it may go to 12,000. I've been saying this for a long time. But we have to play one step at a time, one move at a time. And so I don't like to jump too far ahead. So we watch this thing. We watch the signposts on the road to hell, as I often say. And right now, currently, the goal, the watch point, the touch-off point is 29,000. You can see that. So the last one we hit was achieved. We have Anubis has already got it forecasted. Anubis is a long-range statistical analysis AI bot. Has this thing set it right about, just slightly actually to be specific, $28,282.24. So just to round that up for mathematical sake and for ease of remembrance, $29,000. So if you can get Bitcoin at 29,000, not that I suggest any of you do, but if you can get Bitcoin at 29,000, you're going to be scooping up a hell of a buy. I am never a proponent of owning Bitcoin. There's just so many other values out there, such as the Rome DAO, which we will be talking about here in the future of this broadcast. A lot of guys that are in the chats and in the charts and stuff that are members of the unfairadvantage.chat are now starting to see what it's like to own a coin that pays you even in bad times. Isn't that a wonderful thing? As Martha Stewart says, it's a good thing. So I'll tell you what, all credit goes to our moderator and our technical director, Red Bear, who brought this to us. And you know, he brought it to me, and I'm just the one that prepares it and makes it look good. So you know, it's a hell of a thing. I'll tell you what. Currently, I've got an obscene amount of myself. I was one of the last of the group to join it, and I don't mind telling you, it's pretty good waking up to 5 figures every single day. every single day. 5 figures, another income, more and more and more. We have a few real high dollar people that have joined our group recently. A lot of new diamonds. Welcome to my diamonds. Thank you very much. I want to publicly acknowledge all the diamonds that have joined us, all the guys that have stepped up. Just a flood of you guys. And we're going to be seeing an awful lot more in 2022. But anyway, the guys that joined, that came in at Diamond, went straight to the head of the line and just went balls out into this thing. How does it feel to own something when everybody else is crying and wailing about crypto? You're like, hey, getting paid, baby, getting paid. That's what it's all about. We'll talk more about that here in just a little bit. I don't want to divert too far from that because I do think a lot of you guys need to know about this. If there's any late adopters to this that want to get involved, simply join us at the unfairadvantage.chat. Look me up. My name is Red Baron. Find me on the Discord. Just send me a special message and say, hey, how do I get into this DAO? I've got to get, and I'm getting tired of owning Shiba Inu and just getting my ass handed to me. I'm tired of getting, all these hope wannabe coins and just, maybe today's the day. Nope. Maybe tomorrow. How about next week? Nope. Doesn't matter to us. All my Romans, we're going to start calling them the Romans. All my Romans that are in here, we're getting paid, baby. Doesn't matter. Up market, down market, we're getting paid. And that's the name of the game. But when it does start to swing the other direction, that's when it's going to get good. So I also shout out to Crypto Rich, by the way. He was a late comer. You guys know who he is. I won't get into his backstory. You guys that know, he was a late comer. He jumped in very hard, very heavy. He's damn lucky he didn't get in on the first run. He got in on the pullback. So he got in, and so now he's officially completely left dog money and stuff like that. And the reason I bring his name up is because we have a few new people that are joining. They're diamonds. That are now part of I Teach Racing. And we have a VIP racing event that we're going to be doing at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway here, hopefully, in sometime this summer. And so a few of you guys have bought some new cars, and yours truly did too. I bought myself a gorgeous little red rocket, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit, possibly. I'm picking that up in April, so the master has to have the best car. So, and I definitely did. I went out and took some of my Rome profits, and I bought myself a nice little red scooter to drive around this summertime. So that's what it's all about, guys, enjoying your crypto money. So let's go ahead and get back to Bitcoin. Let's talk about what's going on for the rest of the group that's not in Rome. It's not going to be a good day in crypto. Not going to be a good month. Not going to be a good couple of months in crypto. I'm honestly going to tell you, I've mentioned this a few times, I do not expect to see any kind of real resuscitation in the market, broadly speaking, until around about February, mid to late February. I think we've got a lot of things to work through. We still haven't, and I've gotten back to this again and again and again. We still have not had the event, the 9/11 2.0. We have not had just anything really bad. It's just wars and rumors of wars kind of thing. It's just misery and rumors and whatever, but nothing really catastrophic. It's just, today going to be the bad day. No, just another suck day. And so there's nothing to really shock the market, but I assure you, we are way overdue, folks, way overdue. And when that thing comes, it's going to be the other shoe that drops with a mighty thunder, and it's going to take every damn thing you know and love down. Silver, real estate, crypto, financial markets of every size and shape, bond market, stock market, you name it, it's all going down. And so there's nothing that's gonna float through this. And even, by the way, the Dow will go down a little bit too. We're seeing that right now. But the thing about it is I want you guys to be liquid and be prepared. So now is the time to kind of keep that dry powder off to the side. Personally, I have peeled off a little bit. Now, besides buying myself a race car, I have pulled off some of my Dow profits to have stuck aside because we're getting very, very close to that. So let me go ahead and put a final thought on Bitcoin here. So basically what we're looking for is now we've achieved the halfway point on the long stroke here. That is a hell of a drop, guys. I mean, from here to here to make a call like this of 57%, that's a bold statement. But look, we're already 50%. I mean, even to call a 39%, 40% drop on Bitcoin is people will laugh at you. But yeah, they're not laughing now because it happened. Now, we have broke out of the channel. We're testing a little bit here. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this. we're testing this. We broke out. We're back in. So we're not completely committed yet, but I have every bit of faith that when we go on the next stroke, we're basically going to follow out this arrow right here. We're going to take that right there, and boom goes the dynamite right there. So we're going to be down into the red box, and then shortly we'll power dip down into the 29,000. So that's pretty much all I got to say about Bitcoin. Bitcoin leads the market. And so you always, not that I ever endorse anyone to buy Bitcoin, but you kind of got to know where the market leaders are, and that's always what it's been with me. I've never been a huge proponent of telling anyone to get into Bitcoin or they ever should. But most people when they onboard into crypto, they always hear they have to invest in this Bitcoin thing, and then they find their way to alts and they never look back. And so my goal here for 2022 to help all you guys that are new to crypto, some of you guys that are just lost and understanding that you don't know anything is part of the battle. If you're looking for someone who's a seasoned investor, someone who's not a skateboard kid, someone who's not a hype guy, not going to push something at you, not talking his book, so to speak, meaning I'm in Bitcoin, so I think everybody I'm in the Bitcoin cult, so you should be in the Bitcoin cult. I'm going to tell you straight. If it sucks, it sucks. If it's amazing, I'm going to tell you about it. If I don't have an opinion or I don't know, I'm going to shoot you straight. There's just enough misinformation out there in the crypto space, certainly on YouTube, that I just think it's costing people billions and billions and billions of lost dollars because they don't know who to cling to, they don't know who to believe in. So if you guys are looking for a mature investor, my name is Baron. I've been around. I've been a seasoned investor, multi-million-dollar investor. I've been in just about every form of investing you can possibly think of, as well as manufacturing for over 3 decades. I am not new to this, guys. So if you want to hear someone who's a seasoned professional, that's even-handed, that will bring the experience to the market, you're in the right place. We'd love to have you here, and I love to teach. So that's what I do. So let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum's kind of running its own direction. So we've noticed Ethereum's got problems. There's all kinds of. Let's get this on a shorter time frame. Let's go ahead and look at it on the hour. Ethereum on the 1 hour is not looking too spiffy, is it? Let's go ahead and take a look. On the 1 day, basically, I think the party's over here. We're having a turn down. Let's go ahead and take some of that off there. We're having a bit of a turn down here, and so it's not going to surprise me to ultimately see us hit. We're just about ready to ping off that level at 2870. There's a lot of bot action there. A lot of bot action. And they let go of it, and then the market responded with meh. And so basically, I think we're on our way back down to about 23. Let's just call that 2400. When we achieve this, which I think we easily will, I think the point of catch will be about 1750. So you guys have heard me say this over and over and over again with regard to Ethereum. When you can buy it on sale, buy it. And I'll repeat myself for the guys that are new to the live stream here. Why is Ethereum so important? It's because it's the gas that runs altcoins. If you're going to be investing in Reef, you're going to be investing in Dent, you're going to be investing in all these unique ERC20 coins that we talk about here on the show all the time. It's a necessary evil. Even if you want to be in stable coins, you need the gas to be moving this shit around. And so effectively, it's just a cost of doing business. So anytime you can buy, if to put it in another way, if you're in construction, if you can buy your construction materials cheaper, the profit margins go up. There's 2 ways that you can make money in any form of business. Make more money on the top end, save more money on the bottom end. So this is a bottom end procedure. You want to be able to buy your materials, which is Ethereum, as cheap as possible. So that being said, you'll see I have an alarm set right here for 1720. So when it strikes that, I'm going to be buying this with 2 hands, scooping it up, boys and girls, because if it gets down this low, and I truly believe that it will, what are we looking at here? We're looking at probably, it's only, I know that sounds funny, 73% drop. Well, it's entirely possible. You haven't seen anything. However, I will spot you this, that I do believe like a 40% drop. To get down here to the $2,300-$2,400 range, there's certainly nothing wrong with buying it at $2,400. However, Anubis shows me that this is going to bounce back down here one more time. So, I mean, if you can get Ethereum for 1720, holy hell, man. Because on the backside of this, when we come through this and the rainbows come out and the birds start singing and everything else again, we're going to be seeing 10,000 to 12,000 Ethereum. Not right away, but we will be seeing it. $10,000 to $12,000 Ethereum. Now, again, that's a $25 loaf of bread type environment. So, you know, don't be impressed with a $12,000 Ethereum because, you know, what's the dollar buy you? I only don't buy you shit, hardly. And by that time, however, you will be one of the only people being able to afford that loaf of $25 bread. So, just is what it is, folks. But anyway, more to the point, I digress. You want to be buying that Ethereum as cheap as you possibly can. So, this is basically your range that you're looking at. Is right in here, and you can see that my call arrow is in fact right down here to the 2379. We'll call it 2380 range. That's where you should start getting out the wallet and start thinking about buying it. So we've achieved a halfway ping. Ping is our little marker for whenever we achieve a call. So when we get down here to here, just start buying anything from here on down. Just buy. Don't even question it. So it's been a while since we've discussed XRP. And, you know, I made this clear back in, in summer, in June and July. And this is a one-day chart, and you'll see it's been playing out just beautifully. So, and I told you, when we got into this general range here, I told you guys that let's talk about it this way. So what's the significance of this gigantic triangle? Well, it's telling of the rest of the market. You know, when is something going to happen? When is something going to happen? When you assemble a lot of different charts, and you look at a lot of different charts like I do all day long, you see trends, and you start to see how trends overlap, like an XRP, how it dovetails with a Bitcoin. So you see Bitcoin's going down, okay? Well, you see XRP's not doing anything, seems to be respecting this triangle, okay? And then you go and you look at Ethereum, and then you see charts that share patterns and stuff like that. It gives you an idea of how the market is moving, but it also tells you when it's going to start moving in another direction. So specifically, with regards to this, we've been respecting the hell out of this triangle. Sooner or later, we're going to run out of triangle. When does that happen? Well, it happens. This is, by the way, this is a one day. Every one of these candles represents a one day. Between now and at worst, the very tippy tip of this, 46 days. So here we are talking about this on 1/9/2022. And I'm telling you the tip of this is about 45 days, and I'm telling you that we're not looking to see anything happen for crypto until the middle of next month. Now, it's very possible my triangle could be off just a little bit, but wouldn't surprise me. 18 days is right there. Wouldn't surprise me if somewhere right in here is about when we're going to break out, because certainly we're not going to break out before we do. If you understand how triangles work, let me go back and explain this a little bit for guys that don't understand technical analysis. There's two different ways that triangles will work. If you're going inside of a triangle, usually at the 70% point, it will break out up or down or whatever. If you get past that 70%, you can always guarantee that it'll pretty much go all the way to the very tip. So there's always, within a triangle, there's always two different places you're looking. You're looking at the 70% place and at the complete tip. And that really, once you make it past there, you might as well just ignore whatever's going. This is why you haven't heard me talk about XRP very much, because we made it past the 70%, and I knew that we were going to go full struck. We were going to go all the way to the end of this thing because there just was nothing else to talk about. This is why I wasn't making any predictions, and I wasn't really talking about it too much, because I knew that once we got past this point, it was just going to go ahead and plod right along. Now, when we get to here, now we're going to have something to talk about. So let me go ahead and clean house here just a little bit. So this has almost become a little bit of a joke, guys. We have a formation. I'm going to talk about that. direction, say we're going to talk about this. This has almost kind of become a little bit of a joke within my group, because people are kind of overcalling. This is a little special little chart direction, or little indicator that I've come up with called a J hook, and it always plays out with triangles. And so it seems like people are always constantly trying to plug these things in, and it's almost become kind of a meme of itself. It's like, it's a J hook, it's a J hook. Here's what I'm going to tell you with this. I won't get into explaining the mechanics of a J hook, but basically it's something that happens with this, where it's a fake out, goes to the top, and then it reverses direction, goes down, reverses direction up. But generally speaking, what should happen with a triangle is it should go up, and you should get this, and you should continue up. But what you're not seeing with a lot of this, because of manipulation, is what you will see is you will see 50% of this, and it'll go down, or it'll go up. It won't go up. What it'll do is it'll usually go down, and then it'll change direction and then do what it should have done. So instead of going up, what it'll do is it'll go like this, it'll fake down, and that's where you get what's called a J hook. So people have a tendency to try to apply this to just every single thing that's on the charts. Bull flags, bear pennants, whatever. They only work with triangles, guys. They only work with triangles. And if you're going up, then a J hook will go the opposite direction, 50%, and then fake up. Doesn't always work, but within shocking probability, it shows itself an awful lot. And I would say probably 85 to 95% of the time, this is what we're seeing. But usually it'll run 50% to the direction of the mouth of the triangle, and then it'll reverse direction. Now, sometimes it could be a little sloppier or whatever, and it'll do something like that. Still counts. Still the same basic theory here. So I just thought I'd get that out of the way. But that's entirely probable here with this, because here's what I'm saying, or here's what I'm thinking with regard to this. You can see that Anubis has already got a downward call on this, and so this is what I'm expecting to see happen, is we could dip as low as, yeah, I know you're seeing 15, 16 cents here, guys, so don't get excited. God, I'll tell you what, if we ever get to a 16-cent XRP, you might as well forget about ever buying it, because I'll buy it all. I'll sell both kidneys if I have to. 17-cent XRP. I'm not suggesting it's going to get that low. What I am suggesting is we're probably going to see in the where I'm saying, and I have been saying for a long time, we're going to go back and retest probably in the 50-cent area. We're probably going to get down to about the 30, 35 cent area. But ultimately, I do expect with wicks and with hardcore dips, 22 to 25 cents. Haven't heard that before, have you? I've been saying this for over a year. And I know it sounds funny because people are like, well, how can you call it a year in advance? Well, our statistics, our AIs show this. And so far, I have not seen anything that dissuades me from saying that it's not possible. And no matter how high we go, we always seem to drop back down where it's possible now. And now we're looking at this. We're at 75 cents now. So all we got to do is go 66% more, give or take. Got to go about 66% more. 2/3 drop. 2/3 of current price drop. Think that can happen? You darn right it can. So if the whole market is going to go down, XRP will go down with it. SEC has not come out with anything. There has not been any kind of resolution, nor will there be right away. That day is coming. But, I just kind of refuse to even involve myself in the day-to-day theatrics with that damn lawsuit, because the misinformation and the speculation is at epic levels. Excuse me for just a second. I'm going to kill my microphone here. Sorry about that. Okay, so anyway, the misinformation and speculation is just it's unproductive to help anyone. So I just don't care to add to the white noise, because unless you have something to talk about, don't talk about it, because people take everything they hear. Some people take everything they hear on YouTube as gospel. And one thing I will not ever turn this channel into is some clickbaity, hopium type thing, because I realize there's a lot of people who got good money in these investments, and they look to somebody as an expert, and I'm not an expert. I'm just really good at what I do. And so, however, if you choose to believe me, I don't want to walk you down the path to your own destruction. So I want to make sure that anytime I talk about something, I'm talking about it with a good sense of feeling. Certainly putting my own money where my mouth is. I do that an awful lot. You guys that are subscribed to the charts know that, if if we're going to drive off the cliff, who's going to be at the front of the line? Going the fastest, it's going to be me. So currently, right now, I'm still holding. I have not sold any of my XRP because I just don't want to do that because I'm in the top tier XRP holders in the world. And it's just not possible for me to sell at the levels that I'm at. So I just hang on to it. I've got other things going on, whatever. But in the short period of time, just be watching this. So as long as we're talking XRP, let's go ahead and open up. So basically, let's talk about all these guys here. But XLM, as I've said before, we're still watching that spread between 75 cents and 26 cents. We're still managing a 3-to-1. I'm telling you that it's going to come. So again, as I said earlier here, as I told you earlier, I watch for trends across the market. Excuse me, hang on just a second here. I'm having a rough time talking. Sorry, my sleep is still jacked up, guys. I've been awake for about an hour or so. Yes, I realize it's like 8:30 at night, 9:30 at night Central Time. I'm still managing to wake up at the crack of about 11:30 at night, sometimes, or 9:30 at night. It's been this way for about a year or something like that, and it's rough on me, but I can't seem to break this cycle. So excuse me if my voice is a little bit rough. I'm just waking up here. All right, so anyway, back to this. I'm looking at the general market flow, and I look at one thing and I look at another, and I compare the two and see, do we have some similarities? Do we have some dissimilarities? And you can see in the XLM chart, pretty much the same narrative is playing out here. You can see XLM is predicted to drop down to 7.25 cents. And I suggest that when it does, not if it does, when it does, you best be scooping this bad boy up, because this is for the guys that are not in the Dow, the guys that are looking for simple, easy, fast return, don't want to get wrecked. What coin can I buy that I can believe in, that won't take all my money? I got my McDonald's paycheck. Sorry, it's just a long running joke. I got my McDonald's paycheck, and I want to put my money into something and not lose it all. Well, XLM would be a fine choice. And XLM at 7.25 cents would probably be. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're going to take a McDonald's paycheck and have lifetime changing results, but it's going to put a little jingle in your pocket. Definitely, it's going to put a lot of jingle in your pocket, because what we're looking at here for XLM in the not too distant future is $15, according to our statistical analysis. So at a 7.25 cent XLM, if you can manage to hang on to it for a few months, and by that I mean a couple of years, you're looking at $15 XLM and a lot more. So XLM, as I've said before over and over again, I expect it to be statistically, numerically percentage-wise, outperform XRP in the short term. And it has already done that, and it will do so and more. The lower that it goes, the better buy it becomes. You can get so much more XLM than you can XRP when the price falls and both goes down. So definitely, this is your call. This is your call today. I want you to be watching this price, because I can show you. Well, I'll just go ahead and do this here. I can show you why this is possible. There it is, right there, double confirmation. And that's just using standard technical analysis. Now, this did not even exist when I dropped that, and look how beautiful that fits together. And this is the magic of our system. So if you guys, again, to kind of turn this into a commercial here, because I'd like to have some of you guys new. Our subscriptions have been kind of flatlined a little bit, and that's to be understandable, because it just hasn't. Why would you want to subscribe to something when your portfolio is sucking? Well, let me tell it to you this way. I'm a seasoned investor with about 3.5 decades of time and money making and money losing under my belt over those many years. And here's something that was taught to me by, I have a couple billionaire friends. One of them is a member of the Seagram's alcohol family. Generationally wealth, multi-billionaires. And one of the things that he told me, I said, so when I was very young investor, and he said to me, the finest thing that you can invest in when you don't have anything is the tools to build your future with. Think about the wisdom of that. That's manna from the gods, guys. That comes from a billionaire. Doesn't come from me. It does come from me, but that comes from a billionaire. The finest things that you can invest in are the tools to build your future. If you want to build a house, it starts by buying the right tools to build that house with. If you want to build a future, it starts by buying the right tools. So we think we have the right tools here at the unfairadvantage.chat and at fibbycharts.com. If you guys are looking, if you're just tired of losing money in crypto, you're just tired of guessing, if you're tired of listening to these fools on YouTube that are just guessing, 1 week they're up, 1 week they're down, come join us. We'd love to be able to kind of set you straight. Give you the right tools, predictive AI-powered tools, and be able to set you straight and show you the reason why these markets move. There is logic to this, and one of these days I'll go back through. I've been threatening to do this last year. I will actually do a specific infomercial for how the AI system works. I'm going to use that as my intro for the channel because I don't like to explain this over and over and over because it gets a little dull to listen to. But it is an absolutely fantastic system. It's fascinating to watch how accurate, as you can see, how accurate it is over and over and over again. So if you want, this is the reason why we call it the unfair advantage, because once you understand how these markets work, then you can start to beat these guys at their own game. All right, last and not least is XDC. Now, XDC's had a little bit of an optimistic run there, but again, it's pulling back. And you can see we struck right to the top of my little predictive area here. I said we're probably going to hit right here, and then when we get down, so our next stroke down is going to take us down here, naturally, down into probably the 4, let's just conservatively call it 4.5, maybe a little bit more, 4.5 cents. Right now, even at 8 cents, not a bad buy. Let's just go so far as to say this. When it goes in between the rails right here, anytime in here, I want you guys to really get your wallets out and consider buying this, because good enough. I mean, if we really get into a catastrophic drop, I'll tell you where we're going. We're going right there. Can you imagine? Getting XDC? Knowing what it's going to be good for in the future. We've talked about this an awful lot. And if you guys don't know what XDC is, by the way, go back in the videos, in my video library here on this channel, and we had one of our members and I discussed on a text chat exactly what XDC is. Get it, guys, get it. I'll just shortcut the conversation and just say get it. You want this. This is what we call an ISO coin. And it's, for lack of a better description, it's one of the major gears that spin the new financial engine. We'll call it a banker coin, the new version of a banker coin. And the old saying that I've become quite famous for is never bet against the bankers. This is a banker coin, guys. Never bet against the bankers. And if you can get this at sub 2 cents, oh my God! Even you McDonald's kids, this would be one that you have to hang on to it for a while. XDC will do amazing things, but it will not do it as fast as XLM. XLM will be a faster performer. XDC will be a greater yield, greater return. But any of you guys that are in the upper echelons, take some of your DAO profits, guys. I mean, when you're in profit and DAO, I know not everybody's working on my level when it comes to Roam DAO. But you've got a cash machine here. We're not ready to start pulling off major profits and stuff out of the DAO. Do not be stupid and be flipping that damn DAO. We're going to talk about that here in a second, because I have a few things. I'm watching a few of you guys interact with the DAO, and I'm not pleased by what I'm seeing. So we're gonna address that here in a minute. But when we get to that point, we're not there yet. I do want all of you that are in the DAO to consider taking some of those profits and start taking it and peeling it off into XDC, peeling it off into XLM, peeling it off into XRP, into Quant, into Algo, into those ISO coins, because the play is out of DAO into ISO. Forget Shiba, forget Doge, forget all this friggin' nonsense, metaverse crap. Forget it, because NFTs, you don't need none of it. None of it. I'm going to be very adamant about talking about some of this stuff this year, because don't even get me started on NFTs, because, I mean, it's the most ridiculous shit. I mean, pardon my language, guys, but I'm quite passionate. When I see stupid shit, I just got to call it out. NFTs 2.0 will have a use case, but right now what's out there is this is toys for fools. It is what it is. And if anybody wants to have an on-air debate with me about why an 8-bit art is going to be worth more later, I'll show you a painting made by an elephant that sold for a shit ton of money, which has more talent in it than some of the crap that I'm seeing selling for millions of dollars. It's bullshit for fools. It's Beanie Babies 2.0. Knock it off. That's not where you put your money. If it's a house of cards and it's going to fall and it's going to take your income with it. Don't be a part of that nonsense. So put your money into things that are going to drive your future. They're going to drive, they're necessary. Always look at use case. Always look at function. Because if you're looking at that stuff going, well, I like it, so everybody else must like it, so that means it's going to be worth some. That's your first indicator that you've invested in something stupid. Because if you can't tell me why the rest of the world needs it, well, because it's neat, then you've got yourself a shitty investment. Stay out of it. Because I've seen this so many times as investors in so many different things that, when I see it and I see the people who are new to investing or that don't understand basic fundamentals and stuff like that, I get really preachy because I just see needless loss setting up, and so we're going to be talking an awful lot about that coming up in the future. NFTs, if anyone says NFTs to you, stay away from them. You don't need them. You just don't need them. There's nothing. The way, last little point on this, that stuff in your garage that you bought that you don't know why you bought it? Well, with NFTs, you can't even put it in your garage. You have nothing. And so at least you can have a yard sale with that other crap. NFTs, once you're stuck with it, no one's going to want it. It's just going to be basically just bits and bytes that are useless, and you're stuck with it. Somebody's got your money, and they're off buying ISO coins or something smart with it. So I gotta get on my soapbox at least once a show, and that's I will never ever get off my soapbox about NFTs, because the first time I heard of it, you got to be friggin' kidding me. People are really putting their money in this. Now, with one more point on this, and I'll get back to it now. NFTs later, once all the idiots have washed out, and you must understand that all the idiots are financing what's really going on. And by the way, it is a form of money laundering. So we're not going to go there. But it's money laundering. It's what it is. And when we get to the point where NFTs are a functional thing, such as to have licensing on products, on music, on patents or whatever, yeah, they're gonna be worthwhile. Yeah, did you watch that Beanie Baby documentary? See anything that looks looks a little familiar in the NFT market? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. All right, so we'll get off that. So anyway, back to the ISO coins, guys. This is all you need to do. Keep it very simple. ISO coins are the way of the future, and basically, anytime the powers that be set the tone and set the direction for the market, if you're bucking that trend, you're doing it based on nothing but hope. If they're clearly telling you and have been telling you for years and years and years, listen, this is the way we're going, and you're not listening, that's on you. Because way back, I'll tell you guys a story I haven't told you, it's not a story, but just a few comments. Way back when XRP was first introduced, it was at fractions of a penny. I heard it was involved in the new banking system. I'm on it, baby. And that's when I started buying. And I became one of the largest investors of XRP on the planet. And so do I regret it? Not a bit. Not a bit, because I know I can wait. I can play the long game. I'm good at the long game. I can play a long game. So when it goes and all this other stuff washes under the bridge, and I'm going to look up and I'm going to be sitting on top of more money than I could spend in 1,000 lifetimes. Because never bet against the bankers. Never bet, because what's option B? We all know that the coin, apparently we're having a coin shortage. What a ridiculous notion that is. Apparently we're having a coin shortage. It's pretty clear, obviously, they're making it very hard to put our hands on paper money. And you don't have to be, this isn't Blue's Clues, or this isn't, Where's Waldo? You can figure out how this puzzle ends. I mean, if they're demonizing and victimizing anybody that's dealing in cash, and they're making it damn hard to do so, it's very clear, if you can even pay passive attention, that digital money is the wave of the future. So if we're going to have digital money, what is the digital money going to be? Well, there's only been a company that basically sits on the financial and economic councils and shows up and hangs out with kings and queens and popes. You do the math. You do the math. You don't think XRP is going to do well, then you're only because you're not paying attention. And so if you guys are not owning XRP, I mean, I'm not telling you, I'm not advocating for you guys to go aping in on it right now, but you should have already done it. But I'm telling you that it is going to go a little bit lower, and you got probably one more chance at the trough. So definitely get yourself a handful of that. You want to own XDC, XRP, XLM, Algorand, Quant. We'll get into some of those other ones here in some of the layer 1, layer 2 solutions that Red Bear talked about on our tech chat. These are the things that drive the future. These are the things that you want to own. So absolutely stop trying to reinvent the wheel and go with the flow. It's right there. All you got to do is pay attention to it. So Matic being another one. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get on with some other stuff. Scott, just dig through some of, just go into my YouTube videos and just type in Xinfin, Xinfin, or XDC, and you'll find it. Xinfin, it's pronounced, Xinfin is how it's pronounced, but just look for XDC. There's a video in there. It's a tech chat video if you want to look for that. You can find it. If somebody can find that, post that for Logical Domain, if you can look that video up, and post the link here for XDC for Scott and everybody else that wants to find that here in the chat. I'd appreciate it. Excuse me. All right. Oh, let's talk about my favorite coin. I'm going to move this damn thing to the bottom where it belongs because it doesn't belong up here in a place of honor. I'm so tired of this coin. I keep it around mostly just so I can chastise the people who are still holding it. So some of you guys, I'm sure you're in the chats. Some of you guys are holding Digibyte that finally bit the bullet and walked away from this damn thing and put it in Rome DAO. How are you feeling about your investment right now? Probably pretty damn good, because a lot of you guys are probably started to I know you've already, since the first 8 hours, have started to see profit in Rome. You ain't going to see that in XLM. You're not going to see that in XRP. You're certainly not going to see it in Bitcoin, and you damn sure aren't going to see it in Doge and Shiba Inu. So Digibyte also. A lot of people were holding Digibyte, and they said, well, should I sell it? And basically, I'm not going to tell you to sell it, but I did basically an A-B comparison on this. I'm like, well, is it paying every 8 hours? No. Is it going up? No. Will you still have the same amount even though the price goes down later on? Yes. Well, you can't say that about Rome, so what do you think you should do? So I think I talked about 5 or 6 people off the ship and over onto something that's got greater horizons with regard to Digibyte. So I'm drawing people out of the misery that is this coin. I mean, is it ever going to see its day? Hell, I don't know. But I don't even care at this point in time. So I'm not delisting it, but I'm watching it with great amusement. But I mean, you can see where this is headed. I mean, it's very clear that we're in a 3-wave. Down she goes. Down she goes. It's not going to end well for this coin. So I'm not looking at anything terribly optimistic. You can see that our baseline support is down here, and we're ramping up. Quite possible we could go even lower. In fact, Anubis has already got it called lower. I need to move that a little bit, get it repositioned. There we go. So not at all going to surprise me. And 50%, by the way, is right through the middle of that. But would not surprise me to see this thing go to here and easily to here. So 3.5 cent Digibyte. Sorry, guys, it's just the truth. So not too late to get rid of, save whatever ass you still got left. Get rid of this thing and get it into something. You guys are holding things like this. You're losing time value of money. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. If you've been holding this thing for 6 months or longer, it's time to get rid of it. Get your money put into something that will grow for you. All right, so Theta we haven't talked about an awful lot. but again, well, this is a good example of, like I told you, Theta front runs the market a little bit. It's rather interesting. I wouldn't take this necessarily as front running the market, but it is interesting to see how we've had a very strong run up and a plateau. Again, we're looking at a 1-day chart, not a 15-minute chart. It would indicate that we have some strong future ramping up here. However, I would not be surprised to see this thing kind of go through. Let me kind of one of these deals before we go. Something like that. So the likelihood that we're going to see a drop would probably happen right down here to that level. So I'm not 100% on board with the idea that Theta is about ready to do a run. However, I haven't checked prices on Theta for a while, but we are down there in the $4 range. I told you we're going to get down there. We're going to get down there. So our next possibility, actually, let me go back here because I think I had a So there was the call, there's the ping. Whoops, that should have readjusted a little bit. There we go. Every once in a while. There was the call, there's the hit. So you can see again, you guys that are new to the live stream here, you can see how accurate this system is. This call was done clear back on December 27th. Actually, before December 27th. So clear back around about Christmas. And so, lo and behold, ping, there she goes. Now, will she go lower? Yes, absolutely lower. $4.06 was expected. It was called. There it is. There's your first hit. There's the second call. There's the second hit. I see a possibility where we could probably stoop and go down to maybe about $2.87. I have been kind of hinting at the idea that it's possible that we could see $2 range Theta. Not going to rule it out, guys. I'll show you why that is. Excuse me, I'm having all kinds of problems with my voice here tonight. There we go. Well, there it is. So let me show you why that works the way that it does. So, $1.70 Theta. That hurts, huh? It hurts unless you want to buy more. So here we go. Let me show you. There's your support level right there, and you can see we have support. So this stuff lines up. It's just a perfect triangulation. So your TA matches the grid, matches the past performance, and so very, very possible $1.70. Now, whenever we see something that crazy. Again, let's take a look and see how much of a percentage of a drop. That's a 66% drop. I don't know. Perhaps right at the 50% mark would be about $2.80. I'm willing to spot you $2.80 as well within the range of possibility. So I'll pretty much go on the record and tell you about $2.80 is about where I see this going. And until such time of seeing how catastrophic the markets are going to indeed be. And again, we haven't had 9/11 2.0 or anything really crazy going on in the world. One of those explosions. I'm not going to use the word because YouTube will get all touchy about it. One of those T events. Let's just call it that. That changed the world forever and ever. When that happens, it's gonna rock through the financial markets, all of them, and it's going to drive everything down. So this stuff is not as random as you think. And so, it's built into the charts, and all this stuff plays together in some sort of weird locked together system. It's rather fascinating to watch. But when that event happens, and we are due for one, when that event happens, it's going to take these markets down. So the question is how far? And the answer is exactly where the charts show. And that would be right here to $1.40, $1.62 at the worst case scenario, or at a mild scenario, $2.80. Oh, this is just great, guys. Just great. So here we are at 17 cents on TFuel. And you guys know where I stand on TFuel as far as being a flipper coin. Let me get some of this trash out here. We were doing a lot of support and resistance, and we fell out. We've tested again to the bottom. We're going lower. Where are we going? Ooh, it's hard to believe that this is, I'm even going to say this, but watch this. This will knock your socks off. 11 cents. Slightly over 11 cents. That's what the tea leaves are showing. Slightly over 11 cents. So we already had a marker right here at 12.26, which I always kind of buy slightly above these AI lines a little bit. So you're looking at a possible 11 and a half cents. Holy hell, guys. If you could buy TFuel at 11 and a half cents, life-changing. McDonald's kids, I'm talking to you. This one will actually out-accelerate XLM. So earlier I said XLM would be your best bet. Having looked at this and not realized that this is as low as it is, this one just moved its way to the front of the line. I would be all over TFuel before I was all over anything else, because this thing is known to swing. Just look at it. It's up, down, up, down, up, down. This would be the easiest money you ever made in crypto as a newbie. Is if you were able to, even right now, it's not a bad buy. But if you were to buy this thing at about 11 and a half cents, I could show you where it could possibly even go down as far as this, but I don't want to get your hopes up. And by the way, yes, I am highlighting 0.0018 TFuel. I'm not going to go on record just quite yet. I'm quite comfortable telling you that 11 cents would get it done. But I can show you where I see the probability that it could happen. So we do have support and resistance at even down to 6.5 cents. So anywhere between these two AI lines right here would be where it just buy it all. Just buy it all. I might actually be doing some orders on that here when I get off stream. So yeah, we're starting to see some downturns, kids. This is exactly what we want to see, though, because I told you it was coming. So this is an M formation. We're breaking out of the M formation. We're going down. So we're likely to see with VeChain, we're likely to see 4.5 cents. I'm just going to shoot through a few of these really fast because evidently I have a lot to cover. So you're looking at probably right in the, let's upgrade that a little bit. Probably right at about the 5 cents. 5 cent or less VeChain. So you can see right, we'll just use this target as like, let's go ahead and, I would say that's anything below that number right there on VeChain would be an outstanding buy. I think that we'll hit that with ease. So I'm going to rip through some of these really quick because I think there's like an awful lot of things going on in the market that I need to kind of update for you guys. Not touching this right now, just not. So going back to XRP and talk about that triangle that we've seen. See how a triangle plays out? It goes 70% and then it breaks out. See, this is what could have happened at 70% with the other one, but it didn't. So, but you'll see it goes down and then just falls out of bed. So technically speaking, if you're looking at a triangle that like this, it should have gone like this and then went up. But this is the manipulation that we're seeing, is it goes and it plays against the rope, then goes and just falls out of bed. Now, that's not a formation that anyone can predict. You just have to understand what you're looking at and know manipulation for what it is. So XYO had a good run. I mean, it just did. But party's over right now, and again, I don't want to see you guys messing with this coin because it's like a pit bull. It'll turn around and it'll bite you. It will have its day again, but I see no reason why you should screw with it right now. I'm not optimistic about its short-term probabilities of going up. So, we'll just set it aside and not worry about it. Now, here we go. I haven't looked at this for a while, but I know I'm going to be happy by what I see. Oh, yes, very happy. All right, so let me get some of the spaghetti out of the way here and explain what you're looking at. Actually, I'm going to re-reference that one more time. Okay, so this wave right here is a sine wave that is part of Anubis. What Anubis does is it uses the TA tools that are built into TradingView and then kind of expands upon them using statistical analysis that's built into the AI bots. And this thing was following the sine wave just beautifully, and then it fell out of fell out of pattern early. And I told everybody in Diamond, I said, this is a good sign. If you're expecting these prices, a different color. If you're expecting these prices, where's my color? There we go. Let's make that a different color. There we go. If you're expecting to see it hit down here, then we need to break this sine wave and go down below it, and we already have. We broke cycle. We're heading down. You can see according to the Snapdragon, which is the green, the red, and the blue. Green is below red and blue. That means it's a downturn. All the cycles are starting to move faster, and you can see our cycle marker here, which is a new little concept that I'm working with. We're getting ready to break. We're just hitting that point here. Probably about 1 or 2 more candles. This is a one-day candle here. About 1 or 2 more days, she's going to go down again. So here's our markers right here. One here and one here. So I'm not off my call right here. This is where I'm officially watching for, which puts us at about a penny and a half. And at a penny and a half, you better be buying this, because when this thing finally does turn around and start working, this is a pay-as-you-go telecom company is what this is, effectively, to oversimplify this coin. You best be buying this at a penny and a half, because or at 0.0015, sorry. Because we have a future price predicted of $11 on this one. So this one and Reef are our long-term superstars. Reef is another one that we'll be looking at here as soon as I get done talking about this one. But we're so close, so close. This is when Lenny gave me this. Lenny's one of our diamonds. When Lenny gave me this and signed on to Diamond, he paid with this, and up she went. We all know that story. So watching that green line real heavy. Not that it's a sign or anything like that. I would just love the thrill of being able to buy it cheaper than I got it the first time. So for me, that's that green line right here. So that's why I've got it right there. But we're headed there, no problem. So we'll be down here into this white area here. All it takes is just a good old-fashioned bit of bad news, and down she goes, the whole thing. So let's skip and go down to Reef here real quick. Same deal. Again, don't think we need this in here anymore. So pretty clear. Last night, I believe, one of the gold subscribers was asking me my thoughts on Reef. I said, it's right there. It's right there. Watch the watch zone. And I told her what was up here, and here we go. We smashed right through the yellow zone down in here, and we're on our way down. So, it's at 0.00975. I'm not suggesting that we're even done at that point. I can easily see us getting down here into this zone right here, but we'll have to kind of burn that bridge when we get to it. But I'm not going to be surprised to see us probably go for even as low as, anywhere in this general zone right here would be my expectation. But I was playing conservatively right here, but I would not be surprised to see this thing. Let me pull a tape here. So if we were to go about 40%, that'd be about right. 40% could put us down at 0.00625. 0.00625. Let's just go ahead and move this. And let's just make it that way to be conservative. Now again, this is a coin that we're predicting at $3.36. So going to be in the next 48 to 60 months. So long-term hold, but it is not a true ISO banker coin, but it's a finance coin, and it's like banker light. We'll just say it's going to be quite the useful thing. And again, we do have a complete breakdown on Reef and what it is. Red Bear did an excellent job on explaining Reef Finance. So again, that you can see the descriptions in the description box of or in the past history videos here on the channel. You can go through and see a complete breakdown dissertation on Reef Finance, why it is and why you want it. Come back and get a chance to get yourself some of this. Again, Ethereum is necessary to own this. So this is back to my earlier discussion about Ethereum. Get your Ethereum cheap, because that's the hammer that'll help you build your future. So Polkadot, I promised you we were going to be talking about Polkadot an awful lot more because Polkadot has its ties. I won't get into the wherewithal of all of it, but Polkadot has its ties to the Roam system, and so I stepped up heavily into Polkadot. So I'm now a major Polkadot holder. And I don't regret it. I think that I got in at a pretty good price, and so if it goes lower, I'm going to buy some more. I think Polkadot's got a very bright future. At $24, I was telling you guys a while back, at anything under $25 would be a fabulous buy, and it would be. However, we are going to be seeing further downturn. Whew, man, oh man. Yeah, it's kind of scary. Yeah, I don't think that's probably going to. You wish you could do. I don't think that's going to go that low. Logarithmic scale does this. If you're wondering what's going on, why that arrow picks up speed, the trick with this sometimes is to be able to kind of figure out where you're picking up your motions from. There we go. Perfect. Bang. Okay, so we've already got a wick test to this. So I would tell you that this is probably the likelihood. So there's something about that particular level, and even ISIS saw it. These little dotted lines are a note. When it does its calculations, these diagonal dotted lines as part of my AI system. But to be clear on it, that right there is your target. Definitely your target. So you're looking at it's my OCD. I got to do everything in even numbers. There we go. Good enough. We'll call that 1645. To get Polkadot at that price in this day and age, you're gonna be damn happy you did. Damn happy you did. I want to check in with Sushi Swap because I told you this thing is volatile as it is. It actually seemed to have calmed down a little bit. Still got the price markers, and we had a little bit of a kick up, but we went to 50% of the call, which is very typical. So it achieved this call here, but I'm going to go you one more. I think we're probably going to go. Yeah, see that goes from there to there, matches that. I think we're going to see a second test down here, but I ultimately believe that probably about $1.80 is going to be a possibility for Sushi. So if you guys, this is a Coinbase coin, you can do orders on this one. So if you want to play, you want to swing. I'm not really advocating any of you guys swing any of these coins right now. It's not a good idea. Watch for the plummet and buy the bottom. All right, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. What more can you say? There it is right there. I've been very clear about how this is going to work. This is last true support. If we break this, it's going to slide into hell so fast it's going to give you nosebleeds because there is no support after this. When this happens, and it will happen, it's going to plunge fast. And you're going to go, oh my God. So fair warning. We're at the top of the roller coaster. It is not going to get better from this point. Fair warning. Publicly, I'm telling you right now, if you're in Shiba, God willing, if you're in profit, you better take it. Not financial advice, but look at this and tell me I'm wrong. The indicators are not, none of these indicators, this is on the 1 day, none of these indicators are suggesting even remotely that this thing is going to go up. These are moon cycles, whatever. Go bark at the moon. I don't care. But it's not going to go up. Let me show you going in here just a little bit. So the most important, let's get back to basics here. The most important thing you want to watch is this right here. The alligator is this green line right here is one of the most important lines in the whole of my charts. Because basically what this is doing, let me get my stuff out of the way here. What this is doing is indicating when green is above red, above blue, that means that it's starting to go up. This other part of this is this ghosty little green bubble here. It's called a Bollinger Bubble or Bollinger Band. And when that starts to flare, as it's starting to do, what's going to happen is it's going to pick up speed in the direction that it's going. So, we go along here, and then it starts to flare up. Whatever direction we're going, when it goes to what we call the throat point right there, which is right there, and it hits a pulse marker, which is right there, we're going to get something, no doubt about it. And so the telltale thing is we're going to get an acceleration to the downside because that green is below red and below blue. And so there's nothing on this chart that indicates that it's going to go up. And again, I showed you where last support was. We're below it. We hit right on that AI line, bounced off of it. So it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. And so look at how much red we had in that last MACD, and we're rolling again, and we're not looking optimistic at all. So again, if I've shown you all the other charts that are not looking good, so this is a good point to be making here. So taken in and of itself, by itself, you're like, well, I just really like this coin, and I think that it could still do well, whatever. If you're not looking at Bitcoin, if you're not looking at XRP, if you're not looking at XLM, if you're not looking at all the other charts and stuff and looking at them as a whole living, breathing ecosystem that's indicative of an entire market sentiment, you're going to have no clue what this one's going to do. But as those go, this shall go too. And so I'm telling you, looking at the indicators here, looking at everything else in the charts, looking at the tea leaves, shaking the magic chicken bones, whatever you want to call it, this thing is going right into that white circle, slam dunk. No questions asked. Same goes here. See, this is again. Same goes here. Same exact chart. If you can get all this stuff out of here, you can see the exact same thing. Look at that gigantic opening move. We haven't closed that move. That move closes right here, and it goes right back down here. So this is basically the exact same thing. So it could fall to the halfway point. I don't see that happening because there's nothing supporting it. There's no reason this thing should stop its slide. When it slides, and it will, just down she goes. Now I could go to right about here, top out right there, but even if it does, that's a pretty hellacious drop for that's 40%. How many times you heard that number tonight? So a market slide, broadly speaking, of about 40 to 45, maybe even 55% on some of the lesser shit coins. That's in our future, guys. Between now and let's just say the next 30 days, next 30, 45 days, we're looking at about a 40% market slide. Book it. It's going to happen. So let's take a look at this fun little guy. Oh, this is going to be a good one. So here we go. So here was a 60. We just hit it, flatlined right along the call here. So this one, I didn't actually adjust that one. So, but you can see our bubble went that low. So I won't explain what the relevance of that is, but the bubble actually saw the possibility of going that low. So that was not a false call. We're going to go lower. We'll actually ping that in real life. Just a second here. I'm looking for something real quick. Yeah, there it is. So 25, let's just call it 26 cent Populous. It's coming. The likelihood the 26 cent Populous is coming is pretty much in the cards. I want to try and find something. I had an indicator on one of these charts. I can't recall exactly which one it is. There we go. I believe that's the one I'm looking for. So maybe take these. When I do these little squiggles, it might seem to some of you guys that this is just kind of being vague, but you can see It's something that's done in remote viewing. Some of you guys know I'm a remote viewer, and I don't talk about that stuff an awful lot, but I'm trained in that, and that's part of my 21 group stuff that I do. It's called Gestalt, and generally it's your first impression and what you think something's going to happen. You can see how accurate I can be with this. So we leveled off. My first Gestalt is anytime you see me swiggle like this, it's usually a remote viewing Gestalt. Never really let you guys know that before on live stream, but that's what you're looking at here. So there he goes. It hit it, ping twice. So cool. Now where I think we're going is we're going to probably be going right here, 27 cents, just to kind of round it up a little bit. On the 1 day, it's a little bit lower, but I told you that we were going to hit this red line and we were going to bounce off of this, and sure enough we did, and things are going from bad to worse. Then I gave my little Gestalt, showed you where I thought it was going to go, and we slid right down there, and boom, there we go, right down to the dual AI line, which is where we always park ourselves eventually. Our next dual AI line is 27 cents. So if you guys like to play these fast turn flip coins, provided that you can, we're setting up for one hell of a payday here on Populous. One hell of a payday. So set yourself an alarm, watch for 27 cents. Actually, I will be setting myself an alarm because I want to get me some of this, because even if it's long term, short term, whatever it is, I definitely want to own some of this because I just know that there's nothing but upside. I would put this in the same realm of guaranteed, and I use that word air quotes, guaranteed profit, as I would a TFuel, because it's only a matter of time. If you buy this at 25, 26, 27 cents, all you got to do is just sit and wait. It will turn around, and it will bounce, and it will go 200, 300, 400, 500% returns. Easily. Well, hey, Chase Wright, how you doing? I haven't seen you in the chats for a while. I always see that name. That's my cousin's name. I always see that name. It always stands out to me. I've explained that on live stream before. My son Chase is actually named after my cousin. So you share a name by virtue of your first and last name with my cousin and my oldest son Chase. Now, Solana has fallen out of that trend and gone lower, so we're looking at ISIS is pretty packed here, but I can give you a general thought where I think we're going here with this. $110 on Solana is very possible, but I would be more comfortable telling you in the short term probably 125. You're not in the Dow, are you, Chase? You should be. Now, Super Bowl's coming up, so this is interesting. Now, we have speculated that Crypto.com is going to be advertising heavily during the Super Bowl, or buying one super expensive ad, as all these idiot companies do. That's a good idea. Don't even look at the charts. That's kind of what you. that's probably what you should be doing. Is just go find something to do. I mean, there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. You should be in the Dow. If I remember correctly, you're a young guy, aren't you, Chase? You're like 18, 19 years old, if I remember correctly. You should be in this. It's like you're one of my McDonald's money kids, aren't you? somebody like you, Chase, would be suited best, especially with current prices, would be best suited to get in something like that, so you can actually get a little bit of a win, because chasing these shitcoins right now is just infuriating. You're going to be looking at probably another 45 days before you see anything that's going to make you feel good about being in the market. Yeah, I'll look at Matic, Josie. All right, so anyway, Crypto.com. What I see with this is the narrative before me here on the 1 day seems to be kind of a foregone conclusion. What I can easily see happening, this is just speculation, but again, I'm going to do some gestalt here. So what I can easily see happening is basically this. Maybe not necessarily a high. Let's go. So I can basically see this. And the reason I see this is because we'll run and we'll get into the oh god, everything sucks, and then the Super Bowl happens and they run and all of a sudden people go, oh, crypto.com, what's that? I should buy that. And there you go. So I would not be surprised to see something vaguely close to that play out, because the narrative is everything's going down. We've got a 200 EMA down here at 36 or 35 cents. We're headed there. We broke out of formation. Our next support will be down, in fact, down. So I can see us getting to the top of this red box and then plodding along here. Super Bowl's coming up in what? About 2 weeks. I don't follow football, could care less. But you can see that currently the indicators are saying we're going down. Nothing's much like Shiba. Nothing's looking optimistic. So we are going down. But when we see that Super Bowl thing, yeah, we're going to see a boost up, probably at about the 50% of formation. So probably right about there. Now, if you just want to buy it and hold it, again, we've talked about crypto.com being I'm sorry, I'm reading comments. No, Chase DAO. It's a type of DAO. Thank you, Stark. It's a type of coin that pays every 8 hours pays you dividends. It's unlike anything else that you've seen. So we'll get to that as soon as I get done talking about crypto here and crypto.com here. But anyway, if you can get a chance to get this bought at about 36, 37 cents, maybe your last chance, possibly, unless we get into a super crash, which would take us down here to about 17 and a half cents, or about penny. What am I looking at? Yeah, 0.175. Yeah. Not very likely. I falling into the red zone might be about as far as we're going to go. This is definitely one that's going to be a super competitor for Coinbase. Amen to that. But my prediction short term is if you want to flip this, I think you probably can do that, and I think you probably might be able to pull as much as, let's not get optimistic here, as much as 77%. More realistically down the middle, probably about 40-45%. I think it could happen. If of anything that could possibly happen, this one is probably, odds are probably the best with this one, simply because it's got that advertising budget thing going for it. You're in a very small window of opportunity. So let's talk about the DAO here. So the DAO we're talking about here is Rome DAO. It is something that we are backing. We've got some folks that are on the council, which is cool. I won't call it inside information, but it's kind of neat to know. We have some people that are on the director's staff or on the director's council, or however you want to say that, that help maneuver the direction for this investment, which is never a bad thing. So we know when the good news and the bad news happens, we're on it early. That's what you want to do. Is you want to have good information. Information is power. Knowledge is key, and being able to act on it quickly is important. So the DAO is a very interesting thing. It stands for DAO is Decentralized Autonomous Organization. So we won't get into the greater aspects of that. We're still waiting to get a video with Red Bear, where we're going to talk specifically about the DAO, but it's just been a monster. It's just been paying out like just beautiful. Me personally, I invested a good amount of money into this, and residually, I'm getting 5 figures every single day. Given to me. I can take that money, I can cash it out, or I can let it compound on top of itself every 8 hours. So in other words, if you were to put in $10,000 or $1,000 or whatever, and you buy yourself X number of Rome coins, 8 hours from now you're going to be richer, and then 8 hours from now after that you're going to be that compounded amount plus. Oh yes, it's rather insane. So let me. I don't want to brag, guys. I don't want to. I really. I'm telling you this story to inspire you, not to tell you how great I am. It's just not my speed. Some of you guys know that I race cars. That's not. I think that's probably not a secret at this point in time. I was able to go out using my DAO profits. I was able to go out and buy myself just a gorgeous blood red, tomato red. Roman red actually is the color. Ironically, Roman red. 911 GT3 RS. And it is my love, it is my baby, and it is going to be delivered on April 1st. April Fool's Day. How appropriate. So I got to drive to Florida and get my special order car. So it is absolutely the most gorgeous thing I've ever laid eyes on, and it's terrifyingly fast. So I'm going to have to school my race car buddies now that I had to have the most vicious fast car that I could get. So if you can't go big, then don't go at all. So, but I did that using Roam down money. So, and that's just the profit. So that's what you're looking to do. Just I assume you're in our Discord group, Chase. So just go ahead and just private message me. I'll get you hooked up. And again, if you got any of you other guys that want to do that, that want to get into this, that are just now hearing about this, I know how some of you guys are. You don't always listen to it in every single day. You don't hear the live streams and stuff like that, and sometimes you pick up on this stuff a little bit late. So if you're just hearing about this investment, let me kind of give you the highlights of this. If you're looking at something where if you're losing on any of these coins, and for example, this little suspect right here, I sold it at 27% loss, which is against my moral fiber, but I still did it. In 3 days, I got my money back. I reabsorbed all my losses in payouts. Every 8 hours, this thing pays out. This coin pays out in more tokens every 8 hours. So 3 times a day, 90 times a month. It recompounds 1,080 times a year. This coin, none of these coins do that. And now imagine and it's doing that in a down market. It's doing it in a sideways market, and it darn sure is going to do it in an up market. So literally I'm making money as everything's going to the bottom, and when it hits the bottom, I'm going to have so many more coins to turn around and buy myself a nice 64-foot race trailer and a nice truck to pull my race trailer and blah, 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 all that stuff like that, paid for with Dow profits. And that's the way we rock and roll. That's the way we want to do this. So I'm also looking at a house this year that I'm going to be financing exclusively with this investment, which is pretty darn cool. Because I'll tell you right now, the rest of the market is not doing this. And so I'm quite happy with the fact that I've had... I'll get, as soon as I get off the live stream, I'll chat with you on that, Chase. You guys that are just tired of losing money in some of these other coins, cut your losses. I mean, I would never advocate for any of you guys to sell at a loss. This is one of the only times I probably would, because it just, if you're holding something that is if you're holding something that pays you every single day in a good market, bad market, or indifferent market, that's what you want. Think of it this way. Think of it as like all of these as stocks, and then think of Rome as a stock that pays dividends. So these are meh, but if you can get into Rome, Rome will pay in good times and in bad times. But it multiplies the number of coins that you've got. It's pretty shocking. We had our largest investor. I won't call him out and dox him here, but our largest investor is a member of a professional sports team. Is in our group. And he's an NHL hockey player. He's one of our largest players. I won't give specific names, but he came in with $1.5 million, and you can only imagine what this guy's doing right now in Rome. So just sitting still, doing nothing, just getting paid every single day. Some of our technical team, Theta, is looking at this, and we're forecasting current price right now. I haven't done anything, actually. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Current price on that is $350. Sorry I don't have standard charts on this right now, guys, because Rome is so small, it just doesn't have any charts and stuff. We have stabilized, and I like this. We've hit a floor, and I'm expecting we're probably about the most I can really do with this, as I'm looking at probably likely, I could see that. So it's likely we'll be back up into the $400 range here. So we've hit a floor, at least for now. But anyway, no matter whether this goes up, down, sideways, no matter what it does, you can see it's rather interesting to see how it just keeps wicking This is crazy. Look at that. Wick, 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 wick. I mean, do you see a trend here? I mean, can you squint your eyes and maybe see where we might possibly have a floor here? Isn't this the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen? So I feel good about the fact that saying that we are on a floor. So when we do turn around, and we will, this thing's going to start to go onward and upward. As I was starting to say, Sato is looking at possibly around about $3,000 for the value of this now. So if you're looking at a coin price currently at $350, and this goes up, 10x basically, almost 10x, 9.5x, 9.75x, whatever. Not bad, but you got to remember, every 8 hours you're getting more coins on top of it. So if you start with, I'm just going to use some theories here. Let's go ahead and do this just for fun. I think some of you guys may not be familiar with. We're gonna play the what if game. Sorry, you're not supposed to see that. Hang on a second here. All right. So I want to be very clear about what I'm about to show you here. This is not set in stone. This is a what if. This is a maybe. This is a hypothetical. This is just an exercise in what if, is what I'm going to say. However, I do want to demonstrate the possibility and the power to somebody like Chase, who just made a comment, 350, sheesh. Watch what happens, Chase. I'm not even suggesting that you even buy an entire $350 coin, although you can. Let's just, for fun, let's just take that one coin and see what's possible. So currently what we're going to make is we're going to make some assumptions here. By the way, take a look at that. APY, annual percentage yield, 80,000%. Your banker isn't paying you that. Shiba's damn not paying you that. Bitcoin's not paying you that. 80,000% APY. Also should note that market cap within 24 hours, when this thing was really rocking, market cap doubled on this thing. And the best is yet to come. So that being said, there's a couple things I want to point your attention to. Is every 5 days, this thing is paying a return on investment of about 9.5%. 9.5% every 5 days, not every year, every 5 days. And by the way, does that 6 times a month. So just imagine, that's like 70, Domain did the math on that. I think it was like 75% ROI every single month, something like that. Sounds about right. All right, so anyway, let's look at this. Let's just plug in some current. So again, we're making the assumption that the price of this never ever changes. That we're just going to use this coin set at, let's just make it $350. So we're just going to assume a coin price of $350 that never changes. Coins never go up, coins never go down. We're just going to talk about compounding. What happens? So if we put in $350 into this investment and we go 30 days, I want you guys to pay attention to this right here. What this does right here is this is telling you your profit, not your principal, your profit. So take note of the fact that in 30 days, you already got $256 back. At the end of 60 days, $701. The end of 90 days, $1,471. 180, $9,133. Are you interested now, Chase? Suddenly that $350 doesn't sound all that bad, does it? Again, you can buy fractions of this. You don't have to buy a whole coin. Again, obviously, you go big, you get all the glory goes when you really go all in on this. However, gamble, it's not a gamble. This is math, baby. Math works. So here's what I want to show you. 365 days. $281,285.04 from a $350 investment. How in God's name is that can that happen? Einstein hit it very, very well. Einstein called compounding the eighth wonder of the world. Any wonder why? So now, Stark Crypto, I see Stark Crypto was, I see him, he should be happy because he was the first person, literally the first person in the group to jump in. Stark, tell him what you've done. Go ahead, brag, brother. You deserve it. Stark jumped in, and I know damn well he was right. He was at the first part of this. Yeah, Chase, I will, as soon as I get off live stream, I'll help you get into it. There's a right way and a wrong way to get into it. I'll help you get in. So if any of you guys would like to get in on this, by the way, join us at the unfairadvantage.chat. Look me up. My name's Red Baron. Find my icon. It's got a Porsche logo. Just look up Red Baron, or talk to any of the mods and say, hey, how do I get into the DAO? Show me how to do this. And for this, go ahead and brag, Stark. Tell him how much you've made. He's talking about. Did I read something correct that you're spinning off pretty much about a car a day in profit? Is that what I remember? He put some pretty good money in it, but still. So let me show you, just kind of going back. I love this calculator can become rather addicting. So let me show you another variation on this. So we're still at one coin. So let me show you how stupid this could really get. 365 days. So assuming the coin price never changed, $350. So this is just compounding at a frozen rate. Let me show you the worst case scenario. So the last thing I heard was we have a treasury that basically protects the base price. If I remember correctly, I might be speaking out of line here. Protects the base price at $70. So if we're just to drop this down to $70 in a year, you're still sitting on $56,000. How do you lose? How do you lose? Time heals all wounds. Like Einstein said, compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. Now you know why. So let me show you the crazy side of this. This is where it really gets surreal. $350 into this thing, and let's say this does go to $3,000. That's $2.4 million from a $350 investment. How in God's name is that even possible? Well, it's called magic internet money. Welcome to the new revolution, folks, because that's how money's made. Compounding. This is not as improbable or impossible as you think. I love to get people's wheels turning. All right. So anyway, we'll get back to. So I do want to show you. what a $10,000 investment would do. Just because some of you guys got a little bit more money, I think you guys. We're going to be coming back to this several times. Just because I think everybody who's holding these losers is just. They don't understand what they could be doing by moving their money into a better investment. If you got $10,000, let's say you got $4,000, and you just did 10 coins, and you're in it for, let's just say, 90 days, that's $14,000. $14,000 profit in 3 months from $10,000 in, or $4,000 in. So at 1 year, $2.8 million from $4,000 in. So not too shabby. That's based on nothing other than just appreciation coin lock price. So guys, if you want a chance to get in on this, dude, definitely message me. Join us at the unfairadvantage.chat and talk to me, and we'll be happy to kind of guide you through the process of getting in. It's not a fun process to go through to get into this thing, but like I've said before on many times on live stream, is these coins that are hard to get into. It's literally like digging for gold. If you could just walk into the field and just pick it up, everybody'd be doing it. It wouldn't have any value. Eventually this thing's going to go mainstream. Price is going to drop, and everybody's going to get so returns. And you got 200,000 in. Now I know some. So he's probably going to be doing real well. No, it's not hard to sell. See, I'm very conservative in my investments. I want to know, am I going to be locked into it? No, you can buy it. You can buy it and 30 seconds later turn around and sell it. It's very easy to get in and out of. Low liquidity, of course, obviously, but that won't bother you the way it would bother me. But, liquidity is coming up. Like I said, market cap is doubled in 24 hours. So right now, currently it's at 1.7. I think we were over 2. But yeah, do what others won't do, and you'll have what others won't have. That's exactly what I used to say, or still say. It's not hard to get into. It's not hard. Well, it's hard to go through the process, but once you're in, getting in and out of it is not that hard. We've found some better, faster ways to do that than the original way. We'll be happy to guide you guys through that stuff. So let's get back to the charts here, and then we'll wrap up for the night because it's getting to be kind of late. It's 10:44 here. I got some stuff I need to be doing. All right, hang on just a second here. So Matic is flirting with the bottom of that chain, but again, I'm telling you, week and a half ago, I showed this prediction. You can see this is the alligator, not Snapdragon. The alligator is still showing that we're going to be looking down, so we're still watching for the downstroke here, and likely I expect it to be probably closer to around here, about buck 50. Buck 50 Matic would be a real spectacular price. Real spectacular price. However, I believe it'll probably even go even lower, if truth be told. And the reason I say that is there's your dual AI line right there. So in a panic drop, buck 10, yeah, I could very easily. But if you're looking for something that's going to come down and maybe bounce, something like that, I would see that happening. But in a panic drop, just straight down, not a problem, not a problem. So anywhere from probably a buck 5 to a buck 10, right in that range, is probably the ultimate destination for this when everything kind of gets a full head of steam going. So somebody was asking about ICP. ICP, it's gonna have its thing here eventually, but just not yet. Just not yet. So you can see there's one of my gestalts smacked right off of it. Now that is, let me go back, that is forming a cup and a handle, which would indicate that a slight cup and handle. Slight. You can't always necessarily take those as gospel, but there is a wee bit of a cup and handle right there, which would indicate that it might possibly bounce right back up to there. I don't think I'd be all that excited about it because I think it might be short-lived. Now, Algorand, again, we're shaping up very well for a drop on this. It's coming. So I think that we'll be at about a buck 10 here very, very quickly, followed by probably 88 cents. This is an ISO coin, guys. Keep an eye on this one. No chart for Songbird yet. It's infuriating. Don't have one for Rome. Don't have one for Songbird, and that's TradeView. It just is what it is. We don't have any vote or hope for that. When we get it. If somebody sees one pop up, let me know. I'll be happy to integrate it. But I would think that it would be coming pretty soon, but evidently not yet. So again, so we have added mover is the gas that gets you Frax Rome. So this whole thing is the is kind of a mini ecosystem. So we added that on there. So IOTX is another one of those. And, this one is rather interesting because I've been waiting for a fallout. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. We're spooling up for it, but not yet. Truthfully, I think by the time we're all said and done, we're going to be down here. This is another one of those ISO coins that you want to keep an eye on. Yeah, I'm sure there was, we haven't checked in with Bancor for a while because Bancor used to be such a fun swing coin. It just nothing anymore. And just Well, they took all my data away. So every once in a while, TradingView just does these weird things. They'll just shave off all the past data. That's a little suspect when they start doing that stuff. Luckily, my system vacuums all that up. So I've nice try, guys. So I don't know what's going on with that, but for whatever reason, they just decided they wanted to take that off. This is not a call. This was a theory. So Bancor just hasn't. It's kind of doing that triple wave thing. There really hasn't been much to report on this yet. So I'm waiting for that to kind of get back in the swing of things. Literally. Meanwhile, I would be watching TFuel. So play of the day, guys. I would kind of go back to this. I would really heavily be paying attention to Josie. I would, especially you. I would be watching this. And don't screw with Matic. Play with this. It's a better deal. As this thing goes down, when this thing comes down, bumps off 11 cents, 11 and a half cents, that's where the money's made. We're probably going to be looking at, probably another one of these and then just down eventually, but we'll be sticking within that general parallel channel there. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think that'll do it for tonight. Hopefully be back 3 times a week here doing broadcasts. Again, there's just not that much to say, so I know you guys miss me when I don't come on, and I appreciate it, and that you guys endure my long-standing silence. But like I said, if there's something to say, I'll definitely be there. So, you guys that are not subscribed to the charts, we'd love to have you be a part of our group over at the unfairadvantage.chat. You can join us for free. If you'd like to subscribe to the charts, you simply just do that at fibicharts.com, and you can see that at the right here, fibicharts.com. So go right here to subscribe. And Chase has been kind of tweaking on the system a little bit here. He's got it all prettied up now. He's changed up the group deal here. So you can get involved if you want to, we're going to be changing this to be Shiba. So we do actually include Shiba. He's going to do this. So this is going to be changed to the Doge/Shiba for 19. So if you guys want a chance to experience what our charts are like, you don't have to go big, But we have bronze packages that kind of start at $29.95, silver packages. However, I would tell you, if you want to join us, definitely join us at the gold package, which is $124 a month, and you get so many more coins with it. Plus, you also get VIP chat, which is really important because that chat is where I'm at most of the time. I'm not public all the time, and so if you get a chance to join us at the unfairadvantage.chat, where you're going to get the most value is subscribing to VIP Gold or Platinum. Platinum has even more stuff. You get a lot of stuff with Platinum. And you get a second level of chat. And so that's where I'm doing most of my daily prognostication and price calls, et cetera, and stuff like that. So love to have you join us, be a part of what we're doing. So until next time, be safe, be good at it. Peace and air grace, baby. Happy New Year.